G'day guys, you are watching Maynarde and Zepph bringing you Microsoft versus Facebook in week number 6. And Facebook are on the comeback trail. Can they make it a tied series at 2 apiece? We'll find out very shortly. Are you excited for this one, Zepph?
I'm pretty excited. It could be a sick game. Still a lot on the line for Facebook. Microsoft needs only one more win.
Just one. And in fact, we're going to be seeing Vile Echoic play, who's a very strong North American ladderer. And looking forward to seeing what he has to bring for us in Heart of the Swarm. So without further ado, let's begin game number 4. All right. In the bottom right here, we have got Mantric, a name that I remember from Facebook.
Dude, good old buddy Mantric. I remember him too. But his opponent today is quite a scary one. It is the Red Terran, Vile Echoic.
I dare say Echoic would probably be the ace for Microsoft as well. Being that he is a man of status. So, quite handsome too. Saw the team pages there. In fact, Mantric has a very lovely hairstyle.
Oh, really?
I like a dude that isn't ashamed to let it grow long.
Like yourself?
Yeah, and Moonglade, another guy from the Australian esports scene that just likes to let it go. Actually, Moonglade does a lot more work than I do, I believe. Every now and then I just need to twist and wax, but Moonglade gets that conditioner, he gets the hairdryer out, the straightener from time to time. Looks like Mantric might bust a little bit of that as well in the meantime. He's got very Moonglade-ish hair. Extremely handsome.
Very nice.
Now let's talk about StarCraft for a minute.
Yeah,
we can see that Mantric is going for a scout. This is a 4-player map, so he won't be scouting immediately in the correct position, but he will find him eventually. Looks like that is his next stop.
This is a tricky map, this one. It's especially if you spawn vertical positions, but it's not the case in this one, thankfully.
And it looks like Echoic's going to go for a command center first here.
Very ballsy.
Very ballsy. He's got brass buns, this guy.
The Star Station has a decent choke that you can wall off with the bunker, some supply depots should you need it, and with the Widow Mines, of course. Early game aggression from Zerg is not really the way to go.
We haven't actually seen too much Widow Mines yet. I mean, we saw them in play a little bit last week. Saw Widow Mine kill an Oracle last week. That was pretty cool. Mantric has found Vile Echoic here. We're getting stuck, though. Yeah.
He's just chilling, but at the very least he can get in this base. If he chooses to, he might just choose to 1v1 this SCV.
Looks like the SCV will actually win this fight, so he does need to leave.
Flee, little drone.
He does regen health, but does he regen fast enough?
I think he will. He'll be alright as long as he heads straight home.
He'll be fine.
He got confirmation of the CC. He sees the Raxay. He knows that there's not going to be any super duper early aggression coming. He's not being proxied or anything, so...
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, and he actually comes back for round 2.
Wow, this drone. This drone is as ballsy as Vile Echoic here. They're both showing the balls.
Balls of steel.
That's right. And the drone nearly getting to the main again, but that is a full health SCV. Go home, drone. Do not fight that. Yeah,
so he needs to take time out, go home for a bit of a mineral break.
He's a little bit ragey, that drone. He needs to stop picking fights and just...
Yeah.
Just
really
relax.
Frustrated. Maybe needs some anger management.
That's right. We're pretty chill.
Yeah.
We do get mad from time to time, Zepph. Ladder's fault, right?
Yes. That's generally the culprit for most of us StarCraft folk.
Life's actually perfect. I'm never mad at anything ever except for ladder. And then the Lings coming here to deny this SCV, but the SCV does squeeze past and the SCV is made out of butter. And in it goes into the main. It does get a couple queen shots to the face, but did Echoic see at the back? Did see the Roach Warren going down, I believe.
That's actually...
No, he didn't see the Roach Warren. Oh.
Well, nonetheless, he has seen double gas, and generally Zerg do not go for double gas that early. I'm not sure if you got a chance to actually click on those gas counts, but you'll see that there's actually a bit of a bank there for Mantric, so he's got to be wary that something might happen.
He is actually looking like he's preparing for it right now, getting a supply depot wall down, bunkering, and dropping the barracks as well, so he's definitely trying to prepare for some huge aggression here. 6 roaches on the way for Mantric.
Great response.
Oh! Just in time.
Clutch timing.
Damn.
Actually one of those games where indeed we have not seen the Widow Mine, so he doesn't have that early game defensive tool, which later on with the whatever they call the faster burrowing upgrade.
Yeah, the drilling cores
Yeah.
or whatever it is to get that very fast upgrade. And it's actually it makes a huge difference. It's a must-have upgrade if
definitely.
you're going Widow Mines. In fact, I think a unit composition that people have been talking about has been Bio Mine. So going for Marine Marauder with Widow Mines in your unit composition has been very strong against all matchups.
Yeah, we've seen a bit of that, and it's been so sick, so much damage. We do have a factory coming out now, and that may produce some Widow Mines, but we've got roaches lining up to come to the front door. He's not going to be able to get anything done here unless he can sit out range and just poke away at this. But with SCVs repairing, he should be absolutely fine.
Yep, it's only a couple of roaches. He does have more roaches behind him. He might need to put some more Marines down here. SCVs being pulled from the mineral line.
Just taking it easy. Just being really, really annoying. He has gone back to droning behind this.
He's actually letting the barracks lift so that they get closer to the bunkers. Getting some more shots to the face. And will the roaches actually try and push this? It doesn't look like it. He's actually making overlords, getting his lair tech, so I don't think he's going to go... I mean, he could keep roach production. This is a different metagame in Heart of the Swarm, so roaches actually are a decent decision against Terran.
Yeah, in fact, they're looking like the only decision.
Yeah, with the presence of the Hellbats.
Yep.
Definitely don't want to be going mass ling against something like that.
Yeah, it's interesting that pretty much every composition Terrans have been playing with in Heart of the Swarm has involved some form of mech, where usually it's in Wings Liberty it's either mech or Hellions and some bio in the early game, but you don't continue to make Hellions. So it's really interesting that that's what's actually happened in Heart of the Swarm, but it's also quite frustrating for the Zerg because it doesn't give them the Ling Bane Muta option.
Yeah, it doesn't have that. Doesn't really have that option anymore. And Mantric is really just is playing quite standard here. Has recovered from a little bit of economic damage by dropping those roaches, but it looks like he's got a macro hatch going down on the main already, getting a spire as well.
Oh, very nice.
So we could be seeing Muta Roach here.
Widow
Mines are actually in the natural now of Violacoic to help defend. So yeah, you definitely don't want to get a bowl of Zerglings over that. That's Frown Town for the Zerg.
Oh yeah, so much Frown Town. I'm actually really excited to see these mutas come into play in ZVT. See if they are as successful as they are in ZVZ and ZVP.
Well, they're faster now, and they have that extra regeneration on their HP. So mutas are definitely buffed, 100%. But Widow Mines.
Yeah, Widow Mines. That's the old story.
The Widow Mines, the old story of this beta that's been around for quarter of a year.
Yeah. They're becoming quite a scary thing to deal with, and once these Widow Mines realize that mutas are present, all they have to do is kind of reroute themselves in the mineral lines or nearby, so that as soon as the mutas come in, they run the risk of taking a huge hit, which you cannot afford to do. Mutas are quite expensive. We've got the first 6 on the way already.
Yeah, it looks like Mantric's actually a little bit oversaturated here in the natural. It does have that working count there, so you can tell. So you might want to drop them at the 3rd. It's a nice little addition, Heart of the Swarm, to see the working count on these hatcheries. Interesting enough, you don't see it on the macro hatch. So that's interesting. I guess because it's not in the perfect spot for the mineral lines. Maybe you don't see the working count in that
Makes
case.
sense.
But anyway, mutas are on the field. Mantric's made quite a few. You can see 7 mutas are out already. He's got 6 roaches. That's his entire army. Following this up with some lings. And like we mentioned, I'm not sure lings is the right unit composition here. We got Hellbats on the field, Widow Mines, a lot of Marines and Marauders here. Definitely doesn't look very ling happy. And the mutas flying over. It looks like they're going to go beeline into the main. And it looks like actually Violacoic isn't prepared for mutas at all.
No, he actually doesn't have all that much that shoots up apart from a handful of Marines, which are now across the map, and the Widow Mine, so these mutas actually have a great chance to do some damage. But what is going to be the answer for this force of Echoic?
What indeed? It's going to get some mules here. This is great for Mantric, doing some damage on the 3rd of Violacoic. The Violacoic is not turning around. He has got a huge army of Terran goodness going straight past those roaches. He
knows what's up, and you know what? I don't think Ling's going to make the cut.
No. Oh my
Desperately
god.
dropping some spines. He has no Baneling Nest either.
And
he may just die.
Won't finish in time. He only has 1 spine left. 2 queens remain as his only line of defense in this natural. And the Hellbats are getting into the mineral line. The Lings have arrived, but Marines are still good against Zerglings.
Oh my gosh, so much
damage. While the mutas are attacking this 3rd, they did kill quite a few SCVs. This is where the real damage is happening. Violacoic has destroyed the natural, and he's heading into the main, and what can Mantric do about it?
25 workers killed for Violet Coic so far. Mantric only at 14. He's struggling to find any more to do with his mutas as this Bioforce over Coic tears up the main. He's going to get the spawning pool. 15 roaches have just popped, but with this many Marauders, it doesn't look like that's going to be a successful defense.
No, Violet Coic has prepared for all the possible unit compositions at this point. I mean, the only thing that would really stop him at this point is a ton of mutas, but unfortunately there just isn't enough in the bank of Mantric to be able to pull that off.
Yes, one repaired Thor is actually taking out all the mutas in the main of Okoye. A couple of Marines joining in the fight there too, and suddenly he's only got 4 mutas left. This could just actually be it for Mantric and Facebook.
Does look like, in fact, the season of Facebook might be over.
Yes,
Losing this game to Microsoft. Microsoft already sitting pretty at the top of their division, already guaranteed a playoff bracket, but Facebook unfortunately will miss out by the looks of things. Those drones getting decimated. Mantric still staying in this game. Never give up, never surrender. But he's just running out of options here, Zepph.
Microsoft has gotten their revenge. The last few roaches are going to churn through here. It looks like they may just be able to clean this up. The damage has been done. I mean, he's down to 1 hatchery. He lost his spawning pool. He only has the Roach Warren and Spire left, but no income to make anything of it.
And yeah, stuff looks dire for Mantric.
It really does. I mean, how do you come back from this position? His best bet would be to take another base, which it looks like he may be opting to do in his main, but jeez, this is such a tough spot.
It is. The Thor from Okoye has got 4 muta kills in his hands.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty good about himself.
He's so solid right now. Yeah, dropping more production. Laundry list of Terran stuff being created right now. And Mantric is desperately trying to get his economy back up, starting more drones, but yeah, making another hatchery in the main where there's not too many mineral patches left. So
yeah, the mutas are going to be pretty sad to scout all this going on. He knows that he has next to no chance, but I guess he may as well try.
Why not?
It's 122 supply to 54 for Mantric, so real tough.
As you mentioned, this is it for Facebook.
Yeah, it's the last stand.
So, did you mention that Facebook took out Microsoft last season?
I don't believe I did. I think I said it was a revenge match, but forgot to mention who actually it's revenge for. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Microsoft definitely looks so strong. I would not be surprised if they've already taken out Facebook once or twice here. Not to take anything away from Facebook, though. There was a lot of close games today. In fact, this game was quite close up until that huge attack from Violet Coic, which has really just set the game into his pacing. These matchups have all been quite close, actually.
Yeah, it looks like Mutas is just not the greatest choice against the biomech sort of composition. I mean, the composition for Coic has been so odd. This game has changed it up a couple of times. Here comes another push. Will he be able to hold it off?
And this could be in the nail in the coffin, Zepph. I don't see these two spines and these roaches holding this back. And this was the last remaining hatch for Mantric. Forced to punch out with a GG. Congratulations to Microsoft. Taking another nerd scalp. They already had a solidified playoff spot, but now they have an even solider placement for their playoff spot. Just inventing words on the fly here. Hope you guys enjoyed this cast of Week 6 between Microsoft and Facebook. We certainly enjoyed the games. It's always nice to have a 4-1 instead of a 3-0. A 3-1 instead of a 3-0, sorry. 4 games.
Same thing.
It's always nice. Exactly, same thing. Who cares?
Yeah. We're just happy to be casting more and more hearts. The games were sick, quite close, and we look forward to doing some more.
That's right. It's been our distinct honor and privilege to bring you this week's worth of AHGL and 5 weeks before it. We'll see you guys next week for more games. Stay tuned for Maynarde and Zepph. We'll see you guys then.